because I believe that I'm blessed and highly favored, and I don't think that you get blessings unless you give them out.
Amen.
This year we set up a scholarship fund for those going out to college, and this was our first year to give away our first scholarship this year. I had a brother-in-law who passed away last year, and he was 49 years old, and it was very sudden, but he really believed in education, so we decided to, in his honor, bring about a scholarship for those who are going off to school. So we gave our first one away this year. We were really proud of that. So little things make a really humongous difference for me. I have three wonderful kids. My last one is a senior at TCU. He plays football there. He's a senior at TCU. My other two are sitting here. One's, they don't mind me telling their age, but one is 28, the other's 25, my son's 23. And that makes me very grown. They just think they're grown. I'm really grown. I just want to share that. And I have two grandkids that are almost 2 and almost 1. So I am busy all the time. But in my company, and I think we're going to talk about how to coach your team to a Super Bowl team through all these transitions that people are having today, not only in America, but with ourselves. There's a lot of transition. So for me, I'm not the best manager in the world, I'll tell you that. I'm probably a better coach than I am that, because I believe in the plays and I believe in teaching you the plays. I want you to go out with the mindset that you have to win. And that's really, really important to me. I also believe that you could become a free agent at any time. You become comfortable, you are expendable. So that's really one of those things that I think is really important to me. In Houston, I have about 1,233 employees. I don't know them all. I'll be the first to admit. I was in Walmart and I came running in my faded sweats. I always tell my girls, don't go out looking any kind of way. Here I am, Levi. That's right, you know. And I'm running in. This lady said, Miss Dean. I'm thinking, oh, please, Lord, bring the name, bring the name. I didn't know who she was, but that's okay, because I said hello and how are you, and I'm sorry I'm dressed like this. She said, I don't think I've ever seen you in anything but a suit, because in my company we believe in a few things. One, I'm very old school, so we still wear pantyhose. They have to wear a suit. It's required. Yeah, I know. Everybody's going like, ooh. Yeah, and I've had people turn me down because they aren't wearing pantyhose. I've had people turn me down for good money for saying I won't do that. I just believe that the name of the company is Dean's Professional Services, and I underscore the word professional, because I think that you should lead by. You shouldn't have to tell somebody what they should wear to go to their interview. You should look like that. I think that's really important, and I don't tell everybody to believe in what I believe in, but I think that if you have some form of faith, you should not have to talk about it, you should have to demonstrate it, and it should be just out there. And I just kind of believe that that's important to me. So we don't do ponytails. They got me this year to do an updo. I said, what's an updo? Yeah, it's a secret word for a ponytail. I just want everybody to know that it's a secret word. It's a code word, so they can do that on Thursdays now. But it's just really important. If you wear makeup, you wear it every day. I know it's beautiful. They tell me the same thing. Listen, they do. I know it. But I tell you what, I have some great employees. For me, it's really important that the rules are up front. So the rules of engagement are given right at the onset. It's not a surprise. It's nothing new. It takes us 3 weeks to onboard a new employee. They never set foot in what they need to do until we onboard them and we give them all the rules of engagement, all the little things. You wear makeup, wear it every day. Don't come without it, because somebody's going to say, oh, what's wrong with you today? Oh, you look, oh. And by the end of the day, they're calling off, going, I think I'm going to have to go home. I'm sick. That's because they look different. So I don't want to do that. I just think it's important. I think that how you dress is how you work. I do. And you've seen that today. You've seen people who, people ask you, you think I'm wrinkled? You would not ask. Yes, of course you're wrinkled. You wouldn't ask me if you didn't know that. So, you come in wrinkled, you work wrinkled all day. I had a young lady, when she got the job, she just looked marvelous. It was like a Jekyll and a Hyde. Then she came in and she changed her name. She came to music. Yeah, she came in. It was just amazing. Her hair was like nicely done and everything. Started the job and came in with her hair wet. And I simply said, listen, if you have to hang it out the window on your way in, I don't care how you get it dry, you need to get it. I'm very serious. I am very direct and to the point. I am. I don't bite my tongue about very many things. I will tell you why. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. What I do today is the only thing that matters. What I did yesterday, bless my darling heart, unless there was something I don't know about, I tried to encourage because I knew that today would not be promised. I absolutely know tomorrow isn't. So whatever you're going to do, you have to do it today. So every day is the first day of employment for me. And I am employed. I may own a company, I may have lots of employees and own several. That's not relevant. The fact is, if I'm going to get paid, I have to act like I have a job. Right? Because when you are comfortable, you are expendable. Lead by
example.
You know, don't curse in my house, damn it. Now, how do you think you look by telling folks that? It's the same thing. You want to be a good coach, you lead by
example.
Yes, because winning is not when you get on the field. Winning is when you prepare to get on the field. That's what business is about. It's about preparing to be on the field. You want to win? You have to develop and get a Super Bowl team before you ever step foot out there. What are you looking for? Great talent. You're looking to be able to encourage them. And something in the handout said encourage and motivate and all of that. You cannot motivate anybody to do anything. Cannot, will not be done. Absolutely impossible to motivate somebody to do something. You can encourage them, but I will simply say who you are around is who you become. If you are encouraging somebody, or as they say, motivating them to do something, when you aren't there, they aren't motivated. You ever met somebody, every time, oh, you can do it, go do it, and you have to do that almost every day. And you wonder what happens when I'm not here. So to me, it's good to encourage. That's probably why I'm a better coach than I am a manager. Because I get in trouble with HR if I were a manager. I absolutely know it. See, people who are in HR know that. My staff says, Miss T, don't say that. And I said, you know, it's on me, it's on me. So for me, that's kind of a little bit of my personality. I am ADD plus. I am. And they, you know, they don't have any Ritalin for me. I think that's the right word. They probably have new devices out there today. But when I was younger, in Arkansas, they used to say, oh, she's just hyper. Well, I'm still hyper. I am. I like my energy. I do. I like my energy. It took me 49 years to like who I am. Some of us are still struggling with our purpose in life. We are. I'll say that again. Some of us are still struggling with our purpose in life because we're searching all the time. We say we're an entrepreneur. This week we have one business. The next week we have another business because it's not about the business. It's about you. It's about having stick-to-itness, not moving from one side to the other. Somebody says, I made $1 million in intern. You say, I can do the same. I'll go do this business today. Somebody says, pay me $150. I can guarantee you're going to make money. You move to this business. I have friends like that. Every week they send me an email and say, you want to be a millionaire? And I say, nope, send it right on back. Not that way. Because it takes time, energy, sacrifice, work if you're going to do that. Lead by
example.
Absolutely. You want to be a good coach? Lead by
example.
If you don't get anything else from me today, that's the one thing I know you'll get from me. Because we have an open door policy in my office. If the door is open, you can come in. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. If they close that door, whatever they need to tell me or say to me, however they want to say it, is fine with me. Whatever we do in there stays in there. I'm good with that. I am. Get it out. You know, it's just get it out. Whatever you got to say to me. And then when you leave my office, you leave it there. Release and let it go. It's really important to me because I think sometimes we don't recognize or realize the talents. They said I was supposed to talk about transitioning. I can tell you, in my office, every employee has at least 5 jobs. Minimum 5 jobs. And you know, when I start having issues where somebody didn't pick their phone up or something happened, I give everybody iPhones. Some of them even have iPads. And they don't answer their phone. So I say, why don't you sit at the switchboard for a minute so you can kind of realize what's going to happen. That's cross-training for me. Because then you have an appreciation for what the person is doing. You understand that it's important for you to recognize your teammate. You don't have to like them, but you must respect the position. You don't. I can't tell you I like all of my employees. I have 27 people in the corporate office. There are some, you know, morale, morals and things that, integrity and things that, I don't play in that field. When you're a coach, I will tell you it's lonely there. I don't need to be their best friend. I don't need them to call me and ask me, oh, Miss Steve, your door was closed all day. What happened in there? I don't want them to do that, and they recognize and respect the position. They do. So I don't have those conversations. However, if they don't have something, if they need something, if the family's sick, if something happens, I'm the first there. We just have to make the division. I go around the country, and one of the things I talk to managers about is the fact that you want to be best friends with your employees. It doesn't work like that. You want to be a good coach, you lead by
example.
That's right. You go out to win. Listen, I live in Katy, Texas, where we think we have an NFL team. We do. My son played there for 4 years, so 9th grade year he's on varsity all the time. We sit out for 2 days to get season tickets. And one of the things about the team, I remember it clearly, one time when he was a sophomore, he ran back and they won. You know, he ran it all the way back. And he was down there, he was jumping up and down, and the coach beckoned him. He pulled him by the helmet, he pulled him in and said, sit on the bench. Because see, there are no superstars, there's just a super team. There's no relevant talent that way where you could say, you know, they're coming in and they're just all that talented. No, it's called a good core team. And they don't want one person to celebrate. They say if you want to celebrate, come celebrate with all of us. That's right. That's what builds good teamwork. In my office, we have bells. When we do something really good, we ring the bell. It's a big old cowbell. Everybody's got one. You do something exciting, you ring the bell. I tell them the bell is not for you when you're ringing. It's kind of like forgiveness. It's not for the person. It's one of those things you have to learn why it works. We ring the bell because, see, everybody in our office, it's a rule. You have to come running to see what revenue we just generated, because that's what pays your check. So even if you don't care to get up, you better fake it till you make it. Because I'll tell you, we come to win. And the only way you can recognize leadership and winning is for you to get involved. Otherwise, you will sit in your chair and you will not recognize or realize what needs to be done. Everybody has to come. Everybody has to come. And they have to say, oh, I just did this. And we celebrate that. We do things called a pause for applause. We stop for a minute and we just applaud. That's important to us. Because most people, and particularly women, I have a lot of single parents that work for me, most people in life like the little things that make a big, huge difference. Man. Yep, I can tell you. Listen, you can buy the diamond ring, somebody steals it. You can buy the best car. I got to buy me that baby blue Jag that's on TV. I love that car. Till my husband told me how much it costs. You can have the house. They can burn down. You can wreck it. They can steal it. But the things that matter most is thank you and please. Is that I love you. Is that I care about you. Because those things you hide in your heart, and they make you bigger. And for some reason, you just stretch out, and your shoulders go back, and you feel important. That's another reason why I think when you come in and you look good, and somebody says, you look so good today, and you just kind of go, don't You know, that matters to me. So those are kind of my coaching techniques. We have a meeting every Friday morning at 7:30. It's required. Do not be late or do not come in. It's required. What do they bring? They bring all their numbers, they bring their goals, they bring their issues, they bring everything to the table. Everybody in the office. Everybody has to have a report. Everybody has to deliver one. We stand when we speak because I want to teach them to be good presenters. It's important that your voice carries. It's important that you stand because that's how you command respect. So we stand up. Everybody stands up. Everybody reads and says, this is where I am, this is what I've done, good or bad, this is what we do. It's important to us. So when they do a great job, their goal for the month is to become the employee of the month. What do? Then they get to have lunch with the president, the vice president, or dinner. Their choice. I don't care where they pick. It's up to them. Doesn't matter to me. The goal of that is for them to be able to tell us anything they like off the premises. Anything. You'd be amazed at what people talk about when they get good dinner, nice wine, something going on there. You find out things you never thought you knew. You like, really? Really? I know, this is a little pointy thing. So, you know, when you come on board and you go through our orientation, we have another policy. We have lots of policies. If you walk in my lobby, you have to speak and ask anybody, would you like coffee, something to drink? I'll even cook dinner for you if you need it. But it's important for them to realize and recognize you just stepped in our house. In our house, you are treated as though you are in our house. And it's important. I don't care how many people. I get people all the time say, Miss Dean, you're the 5th person to ask me if I want water or something to drink. I don't care if I'm the 10th person. You know, when you want something positive to happen, you have to overdo it. Because nature by us is that it's an 80-20 rule. We focus 80% of our time on the negative and 20% on the positive. Where you focus is where you go. And it's important to overdo the positive. Lead by
Example.
If they're in a bad mood, we have a back way out. That means don't go through my lobby. That's right. I'm not sure what the attitude is about, but if you got one, you might take it the other way. That's important for me. And I always talk to people about my coaching because it's important for them to realize that when you come in the office, you need to put that hefty bag on the outside. Sit it there. It's your baggage. Nobody wants it. We all, my grandmother says, baby, keep living. If you don't have any, just keep living. You're going to get some. Sooner or later, you're going to get some. Leave the baggage at the door. Don't bring that in. And let me tell you a secret about a good coach. They will tell them also, when you get ready to leave, you simply put it in the trunk and leave it in the trunk. Some of us have worked for other people. You know, we worked 2 weeks. And you know, we were so excited we stayed late. Oh, I'll help you. Not a problem. We didn't even have our purse on our shoulder when we asked him if we could help him. I mean, it was just, oh, anything we can do would be great. 2 weeks into it, somebody pulls you aside and says, let's go to lunch. Yeah, that would be the virus. Listen, you're making us all look bad. You know, you need to calm down. Don't stay late. That's their job. That's what they get paid for. She's the owner. Let her do it. She can do it. Yeah, we have those viruses. Never recognized a virus in your company or never worked with one? Oh, yeah. They're out there. You were a virus. Oh, you see? Admitting it is the first journey. I have never admitted I'm a workaholic. I'm going to. I'm not on the 12 steps. I lost my way. I really did. I lost my way. I started thinking about my 12 steps and I thought, well, I'm going to have to go to somebody's anonymous. But I will tell you what, it's really important that, you know, I was talking about the virus. Where was I, ladies? Everybody got the virus part of it, I see. When you said that, I thought, how great of it to admit that you were a virus. Because I've had some, and I will tell you that I've let people go for just being messy, even if they perform at a high level. Because on my team, you know, you can't be third string and expect to win. Yeah, we have third string players. We have those that say, I have a job, and that's all they have. They do as little work as possible to succeed, and that's it. And I will tell you, if I had an opportunity to speak to President Obama, I would tell them, listen, take 5% off that. Because 5% of them don't want to work. You only have about 4 or 5% that really want to get up every day and treat looking for a job as though it is a job. Oh yeah, listen, we get people all the time that come in, and I say, listen, let me tell you, first take your kids home. It's important. I do. And I tell them, if you have visible tattoos in here, I don't care about them, but you can't come in here with them. If you have any earrings on, if you have a nose ring, you have this ring, you have another ring somewhere else, I don't need to know about it, but I'm just simply saying to you, when you come in, you have to look like you want to go to work. Because the blessing for me is I can pick the phone up and get you a job, because there are jobs out there for people who want to work. Yeah, the virus. I'm getting back to my virus. It's in particularly in my office. I will just simply say goodbye. That's when you become a free agent. Because you know, the one thing about people is that there's always that person who drives the getaway car. Yes, they're nice, very attractive, sit there and they just sit in the car, and you know, the person that comes up to you and you just go, really? You just allow, this is what you call precedence. You've allowed somebody to participate in something that should not have been. They're the getaway car driver. They didn't rob the bank. They just said, I'll get you out of here when you rob the bank. So, yeah, were you the robber or the getaway car?